Hello there, ladies and gents. This is Q8 Pilot, your host for tonight's show. It is 2100 hours local time here in Kuwait City, Kuwait. I want to welcome all of you guys to this live stream. And today we are going to be flying the long-awaited iniBuilds A300 service from Ontario to Auckland, Metro Auckland, that is in California. Should be an interesting flight today, and I haven't had one successful flight yet with the iniBuilds in X-Plane 12, but hopefully I removed all the unnecessary plugins, so hopefully just to kind of eliminate any conflict. And this actually was the airliner of the year for X-Plane 11 when it was launched. It is by far one of the very best aircraft at launch, and iniBuilds has made it available for only £9.99, I believe, on their website. That is, of course, the price of the aircraft. I guess this is a time-limited offer for an aircraft that they declare to be in beta, which is sort of unusual for iniBuilds. They've never released anything in beta, but this one is in beta. And yeah, it's got a lot of bugs so far, so just be aware if you intend to, if you don't have the aircraft. It's only $9.99, and I think the reason for that is that they know the aircraft isn't ready. So yeah, so that's the introduction for you there, guys. And having said that, this is actually an aircraft I like in X-Plane more so than Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think it just looks better, to be very honest, in X-Plane than it does in MSFS. And it's got all the features that, you know, that you expect an aircraft of this caliber to have. Is it study level? I don't think it is study level, but I think it is a very complex aircraft with a lot of the aircraft systems simulated. So that said, let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing, as we normally do, is take a look at our flight plan. And our flight plan is quite simple today. We're going to be cruising, by the way, 34 is not possible for this flight. So we're going to be doing about 31, maybe 30,000 feet. Our flight today is going to be a short route from Ontario, runway 26 left through the Sunshine 5 departure through Coors, and then direct to Argood to the MZAW 3 arrival into Metro Auckland Airport, and we're going to be performing an eyeless approach, runway 30. Hopefully, we don't get any crashes. I've had numerous crashes with this aircraft, so I removed active sky and decided to just kind of use, we're not going to use pushback as well. The better pushback will just move kind of we'll taxi out of our position and taxi to runway 26 left for departure. That said, let's go ahead and get things started. First thing first, we're going to come here to the electronic flight back. We're going to go to the ground operations, ground services. We're going to select the external power on. It will automatically place the chocks. We're going to select the, actually, let's leave the fuel truck and all that. We'll just come back here and we'll do the load sheet in a minute. All right, so we have the external power. We're going to come here to the overhead panel, and we're going to turn on the batteries. Battery 1, 2, and 3 on. I do like the sounds a lot on the iniBuilds. Generator 1 is on. External power. Again, very, very lovely sounds. Galley power is on, and we're going to follow the Airbus flows from bottom to top, left to right. First thing, non-smoking signs, seatbelt signs. We'll assume that the aircraft's fueled and ready to go. And then we're going to move up here, and we are going to set the ADDONS to nav mode. Nav, nav, and nav. And then we're going to move down here to the lights. We're going to turn the nav lights on, and yaw damper, actually this kind of, I think they have the pitch trim will not work until we have the alignment complete. So we're going to come up here. Everything here looks good. Excellent. And everything here looks good. We're going to turn on all the fuel pumps. There we go. Fuel pumps are on. Everything else here looks good. Let's test the cockpit voice recorder. Looks okay to me. Excellent. And we're going to come down here and turn on the window heat and the probe heat. Cargo smoke detection system is on, and the main deck cargo smoke detection system is also on. Everything here looks good. And the oxygen supply is turned on. And emergency lights armed. And let's go ahead and lock the cockpit door. All right, perfect. So everything is done here on the overhead panel. Perfect. Next up, we're going to come here to our radio. And we're going to select the main here. We're going to request the company route. And looks like we have the company route. Request the data. That's the weather data. And hello, Niels. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Bobby Fuzzy. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Yeah, it was definitely an excellent plane in X-Plane 11, and it is still a pretty good one in X-Plane 12. We'll talk a little about that. By the way, guys, Bobby Fuzzy, if you don't know him, head over to his channel and give him a few hundred likes and subscribes. He is one of the crew members of FSLTL. He's done excellent tutorials on FSLTL. I highly recommend that you watch his videos on his tutorial videos on FSLTL. Please do give him a few hundred likes and subscribes, and yeah, show him all the love and support. He is a valued member in the flight sim community. All right, perfect. So we are done here, and now we're going to go to the FMC or the Mach-2. And we're going to go to the FMS. I love the FMS on the iniBuilds. Just look at the, the dots there. Just great attention to detail. All right, we're going to go to init, and as you can see, we have all the data here. Cruise level is not going to work for us, so we're going to use 310. Let's remove that. All right, 310 for the cruise altitude. 310, FedEx 1803, and Align IRS. Excellent. We're going to go to the next page, and now we can bring up our friendly Sim Toolkit Pro for the flight, the payload information. So let's scroll down here, and we're just going to enter the block fuel, which is 23.5, 23.5. All right. And the zero fuel today is 245.9, 245.9. And enter that here. Excellent. The CG we'll get from the electronic flight bag. Now, I've had some issues with the electronic flight bag where it actually freezes once I enter any data into it. Hopefully that won't happen today. I'm going to start with the fuel, 23.5. So 23.5. And enter that. Let's see here. All right. And the zero fuel is 245.9. And enter that. Excellent. So far, so good. And we're going to load the aircraft. 27.2. So we're going to put 27.2 into the CG. Excellent. We have everything there, and now we can continue with programming the FMC. All right, we're going to go to our flight plan, and we're going to select the departure, which is Ontario, or Kilo Oscar November Tango. The SID is going to be the Sunshine 5 departure out of Ontario. So we're going to select that. And then we are going to select runway 26 left. And it's going to be through the CORS transition. And insert. Brilliant. And then we're going to go all the way to our arrival, which is Metro Auckland Airport. As you can see here, we're going to fly direct to Argod. And then we're going to select the arrival and the star. And the star is, as you can see, the MZA-3 arrival through the Argo transition. And then it's runway 30, so ILS 30. And let's take a look at the exit point of the final fix. Yeah, so Fernie is the transition. We're going to select all of that and say insert. Let's make sure there are no discontinuities in our flight plan, which there isn't. And now we have the flight plan ready. We don't still have the alignment. There we go. Alignment is there. Excellent. And all looking. Hey, Drishal. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Sergio. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you guys here. Default scenery. That's right, Alvin. Yes, all default scenery today. Hello, German. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here. All right. So we have everything set up here. Let's come to our EFB, and we have loaded everything here. So we're going to say send to performance, and we're going to click on FMC data. It will pull all the data for us. ATIS request. I love this about the iniBuilds, how everything is integrated. Great third-party integration, really. All right, so we've got the air conditioning on, thrust is flex, and we can say compute. And that is going to give us today a V1 of 148, V rotate 149, V2 151, flex 53 Celsius, flaps and slats at 15 degrees. Takeoff trim is 1.1. And by the way, I haven't been able to set the takeoff trim. For some reason, it doesn't work with the mapping I have. So, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and say send data, send to FMS. All right. And now we should have this data into the FMS. Let me put that away here. All right, there we go. Now received takeoff company data. Brilliant. Nav upgrade. All right, we can remove all of that. Right, perfect. Let's go to takeoff and approach. And as you can see now, we have the takeoff data, everything here with the exception of V2, which we need to copy from the electronic flight bag 151. So now we can, since we have alignment, we can turn on the pitch trim. And once you turn that on, you'll be able to input your speed. So we'll enter 151. 151 is set. And let's go ahead and enter our altitude of 31,000 feet. And the heading today is 260 for the runway heading. So 260 runway heading is selected. We're going to put the constraints here so we can see all the constraints. And what else here? All right, let's go ahead and start the APU. Again, very simple to start the APU. Master switch is on and start. And now if we go to the outside, we should be able to hear. Listen to those sounds, folks. Wow. All right, and you see accelerate here, and now we should be able to turn on the APU. All right, APU is available, APU bleed is on, and we can come here and turn off the external power. Brilliant. And now we can remove the external power unit as well as the, let's go to the EFB. All right, ground ops, ground services, and we can remove the chocks and the external power. Let's see here. All right, chocks are removed, external power is removed, everything's good to go, and we are ready to go. So let's go ahead and turn on the beacon lights. Beacon lights are on, and everything else is in pretty good shape. We are good to start our engines. So I'm not going to use the better pushback just to make sure that, you know, nothing interferes with the aircraft. I've had a lot of issues with it. Haven't been able really to do one successful flight up to the point of the stream, so I'm kind of wing it here with you guys, and hopefully things will go as planned. All right, let's take a quick look at the weather here. 2997 for the altimeter, so let's go ahead and set that to 2997. 2997 is set and cross-checked. Excellent. And now we can go ahead and start our engines. Beacon lights are on. Let's go to engine start, and we're going to select start B. Start with engine number 2. Right, engine number 2 is now spooling, and you can hear the beautiful engine sounds aboard this iniBuilds A300. Right, let's give it fuel. Engine number 2. Look at that, guys. Very nice sounds, both inside and out, I must say. All right, and we're going to go and start engine number 2, engine number 1, beg your pardon. All right, we have a good start on engine number 2, and let's go and start engine number 1. Engine number 1 is now spooling. All right, and we're good to start engine number 1. Now, here's the pitch trim, and for some reason, I was unable to set the pitch trim. I'm not sure why. We can listen to the engine sounds here from the external view. Listen to those sounds. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Engines are now stabilizing. All right, we have a good start on engine number 1. And now we can turn off the APU bleed. Engine mode selector, ignition off. Packs are now on. Very nice sounds really aboard the iniBuilds. I really like this aircraft. And nose line to taxi. We are going to set the auto brake to maximum for takeoff. And we're going to select flex takeoff. And I believe it was, I can't remember what it was. Let's go return, load sheet. We have to do this again, so that's fine. Let's compute that real quick and get our data. All right, flex is 53. All right, so let's set that, flex 53. Excellent, the target is 98.3. And we're going to arm the speed brake. Speed brake is armed. And let's go ahead and set flaps and slats 15. Excellent. Gotta love those animations. You see how the slats extend and then the flaps extend. Very, very nice. All right. All good here. We're ready to go. Let's release the parking brake and head over to the runway for departure. The runway is to our left, so parking brake is released, and we can turn off the APU master switch to the off position, and let's go. Very nice sounds. Now, one thing you'll notice is that we need to apply so much power to get the aircraft moving. It reminds me a lot of the Flight Factor 767. Look at that. I have to give it so much power just to get the aircraft moving. Finally. So the reason why I haven't pushed back using better pushback is I am not sure what add-ons will interfere with this aircraft, which is beta. Very, very strange from iniBuilds that they release this in beta, not something that they normally do. So, yeah. Again, it's very strange. I did notice that also there are a few stutters, not stutters, but maybe pauses that occur with this aircraft. I'm not sure why. Very lovely looking aircraft. So yeah, I've done a couple of test flights. Unfortunately, they all failed, and midway through the flight, X-plane would just crash. Hello there, Duncan. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. Hello, Yusri. Welcome, my friend. That's what happens when you look at chat. The aircraft itself flies very nice in X-plane 12, without a doubt. Sometimes you can't hear the sounds in external view for some reason. There you go. Have you guys seen it? Have you noticed that pause there? No taxi lights. I think the taxi lights are on. We have the nose lights to taxi, but for some reason they don't come on. Or they're not shown, or I don't know. Could be a bug. So far, so good. And by the way, guys, today we're flying at our own risk. So there is a very good chance that X-plane would crash, and this has been the outcome of all the test flights that I've done so far with this iniBuild. So I decided to remove Active Sky XB12 for this flight and use X-plane default weather generation. Hello, Ashley. Welcome, my friend. Yuki Sim, hello my friend, welcome aboard. You purchased the Beluga, yeah. Alright, we're heading here to getting close to the runway. I noticed that it is a little bit, you know, oversensitive for some reason. And I hate those pauses that happen every now and then. Alright, we're getting close to the runway, so I'm gonna put the power back. And it takes quite a bit to get the aircraft moving. Let's go ahead and set the TCAS. So we're going to come here and say tune, TARA. Excellent. And we're going to turn on the lights. Runway turn off lights. Strobe lights are on. Nose light to takeoff. And we are good to go. Is that the speed brakes deployed? I think they are. All right, now they're not. All right, folks, we are at runway 26 left and cleared for takeoff. Very nice sounds. Bit too sensitive there. Going up to V1. V1 and rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gears going up. Oh yeah. All right, let's increase the speed to 250 knots. Auto throttle. What was it complaining about? Right, looking good. Profile. Let's begin retracting the flaps. Nav. Autopilot is engaged. We're going to change the power to climb power. So that's right here, climb. Excellent. Speed brake disarmed. How lovely. All right, we continue to climb to our cruise altitude of 31,000 feet. Hello there, Emma. And Carl Childers is in the house as well. I agree with you. Ashley, how are you doing, my friend? Jeffrey, welcome aboard. Hello, James. Welcome, my friend. Definitely, Emma is a gem of a person. She is really a sweetheart and one of the major contributors in the flight sim community. She is known for making excellent liveries. She's got just the magic paintbrush, and every livery that Emma has created over the years is just a masterpiece. I love flying liveries made by Emma. All Right, 10,000 feet, and let's scale the lights. Nose lights are off, runway turn-off lights are off, and everything here is looking in tip-top shape. We continue now our climb to 31,000 feet, and so far everything is working as it should. Let's bring up some instrument lights here so we can see, and yeah. Here, let's take a look at the outside. Listen to those sounds. How about that, guys? Just really beautiful aircraft. Tango Whiskey Simulations. Hello, my friend. Where can I find Emma's liveries? They're just everywhere. If you look, she's got liveries for the Felis, for the Jar Design, for Tolus, for just about every aircraft. I think, Emma, maybe you probably should create your own Discord with all your liveries there. They're just of the highest quality. Right, we continue our climb. Let's set the range here to 60 nautical miles. We can see the top of descent here, as you can see. Brilliant. And we can turn off the seatbelt signs as well. So that's the beta. Why should I fly that instead of the A310? Or we could host an Emma section on your Discord as you prefer. Go ahead and do that, Carl. I think you've got the you've got the permissions to do that. So please go ahead and create a section for Emma. She is already on my Discord server, and she's got the developer role. So please, yeah, go ahead and call it Emma Liveries or Liveries by Emma. Just create it as a channel, and hopefully with time we can sort of just create a collection of all the liveries created by Emma over there for the community to enjoy. Yeah. The A310 is an iteration of the A300, updated, improved, and yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Gear level, and I'm not sure if it's got the. There we go. Yeah, it's in the off position now. All right. Something seems wrong with the altimeter here. Just you see how that is? Not sure that something looks off there. All right, we're all looking good, and everything is looking good so far. Hopefully we don't get a crash. And let's see here. If we click on FMC. And yeah, all right, so we've got it. Previously, I wasn't able to see it. All right, so econ climb. We are climbing. Everything is looking good there. Perfect. I love the textures of the A300 and the A310. iniBuilds really developed very good aircraft, I have to say. I was just really surprised when I read beta. Because that's not something that iniBuilds normally do. And it left me wondering whether this is going to be it. in terms of updates. So here you go, guys. Here is a beta, so you don't come back and tell us, oh, your aircraft isn't working, and we're gonna cut the price to $9.99 so people don't complain, and that is it. I hope that's not the case, because it took them so very long to bring the aircraft back to X-Plane 12, and X-Plane 12 has been fairly stable. A few things that still need to be worked out, of course, and it's a nice aircraft, but I think the lack of the effects for X-Plane let us down. Absolutely, Emma. I totally agree with you there. Perpetual beta, convenient excuse to avoid fixing bugs. That is, yeah, that abandonware. Again, I hope not. I hope not. And it's not something that I expect from iniBuilds. Just knowing the fidelity of the add-ons they created. And that makes me wonder, are they actually going to bring the A310 to X-Plane 12? I'm not sure what sort of an agreement they have with Microsoft and Asobo, with the iniBuilds A310 being one of the flagship aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it remains to be interesting to see what they do there. And I do hope that they give X-Plane 12 some love. I think they have excellent airliners, and I was really hoping to see something like the A380 by iniBuilds in X-Plane 12, or X-Plane 11 for that matter. The release post for this explicitly says that it will not bring the A310. There you go. So that's probably due to their agreement with Microsoft, and probably they said, look, we're going to let you, we're going to give you a hefty paycheck, and you come and become famous on the Microsoft platform, but the caveat here is that you are not permitted to release the A310 or continue its development for the X-Plane platform, which, of course, I'm pretty sure that the guys at iniBuilds would welcome such a move or such a restriction, simply because, again, they're a company and they're looking for, the dollars. That's what matters in the end. And that leaves a lot of the... I know a lot of people in the X-Plane community. The actions by iniBuilds has left a lot of folks with a bitter taste due to the fact that people have invested heavily in the in those aircraft, and now only to realize that the A310, for example, isn't going to be available in X-Plane 12, which is a bummer. Yeah. It is as if antitrust law does not apply to them. If any brings the A310 in X-Plane 12, they will be taken to court. I'm sure that's in the contract. Yeah, probably. Yeah, but I mean, I would assume that they agreed to those terms when they signed up with Microsoft or Asobo, for that matter. So yeah, but oh well. At least we have something from them, and I do like the A310 a lot. By the way, folks, I like the A300 more than the A310. It's just more. It is the inception of the 300 series, so it is an aircraft that I like a lot. Right, we have now leveled off at our final cruise altitude of 31,000 feet, and you can admire those nice sounds. By the way, the sounds, I feel they need a little bit of work for X-Plane 12. Overall, very nice class today too. Alright, so we leveled off at 31,000 feet and center tank feeding. Okay, that's fine. Everything here is looking good. Here's a look at our wings. Here's a wing view with the engine view. Look at that. Beautiful texturing, really, on the iniBuilds. Looks like there is no wing flex, and it looks like the condensation effects are not simulated in this version. Appears that way. And by the way, we never actually made this standard, so let's make this standard. So, all right. The sounds are a bit too loud. Okay, well that is something we can fix. Is it my sound or the sound of the sim? All right, let's take a look here. Sounds. We'll just bring this back. Bring this back. There we go. Hopefully that's better. That's the sim. All right, so we've reduced those sounds. Hopefully this is better for you now. Sim, especially outside. All right, so we've reduced the sounds now. That's better. All right, perfect. So, if you haven't watched my recent video on the S6S Coyote 2, go ahead and take a look at that video, guys. For those of you who have Microsoft Flight Simulator, it is an excellent bush plane and developed by a real-world pilot with a lot of passion for flight simulation. And it's got, very accurate stall behavior called the falling leaf. And that is perfectly simulated in the sim. Really a great bush plane to have. Very different from every bush plane that I've, tried out in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if you haven't watched that video, go ahead and take a look. That is if you like bush planes and you have Microsoft Flight Simulator. Recently, also, just about a couple of hours ago, I've released a video of Mini FCU, or Flight Control Unit, which is, by the way, just a way, it's means of helping the developers who happen to be real-world Airbus captains with their product. It's not a paid promotion by any stretch of the imagination, so I just did it out of courtesy for the development community, and just go and take a look at it. I think it's a very promising product. The falling leaf was one of the things we feared in the Legacy Hornet in older. Oh, I see. Yeah, I know. By the way, guys, Carl was an Air Force pilot. So for those of you who do not know, he's an accomplished pilot. With type rating on many type of aircraft. So really he's a very valuable member here on the Q8 Pilot channel with lots and lots of knowledge, a wealth of knowledge on a lot of different aircraft, including the Cessna Citation. Yeah, U.S. Marine Corps. Sorry. Do you use Shadex? No, I don't. I do not use any of the shader programs or scenery enhancements for X-Plane 12. I think I love it just the way it is. So I do like Active Sky XP. I think it renders much better clouds. Prashal has been a member for 7 months here on the channel. And thank you very much, Prashal, for your support. And ladies and gents, we have with us Fly Lilo in the house. Hello, Fly Lilo. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here. All right. So let's go ahead now and take a look at, if we look here at the Econ Cruise, if we go to the mode, let's see here. Program, and we still don't have the prediction. 200 nautical miles to our destination, so probably in 100 nautical miles we'll see the top of descent calculation there. So what we'll do is we'll leave this on mode, but we are going to go to Sim Toolkit Pro, and we're going to go to Metro Auckland Airport. We're going to first take a note of the weather information. So we have 277 knot wind, 10 miles visibility, broken 2500, broken at 9,000 Current temperature is 16 Celsius, altimeter 299er, and everything else looks good. We are going to take a note of the ILS frequency for runway 30, which is 108.7. And we're going to set that here in the ILS frequency panel, 108.7, with an approach course of 296 degrees. All right, 296. 296 is now set. Excellent. And everything else here is looking good. All right, we're going to go to the mode, and we're going to go to the next page. Sorry, approach and landing. So on the approach, we're going to do 15. We're going to do 30-40. So 30 slats, 40 flaps. For the wind correction, we're going to add 5 knots. Actually, let's add 7 knots. 7 knots for wind correction. There we go. And everything now is set. Flaps full, 157. The app is 139. All right. All right, perfect. Good, 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 good. All is looking perfect now. All right. And here is a wing view. I'm not sure if they've simulated the, the wing flex. It doesn't seem like it's got a wing flex. But anyway, on the A300, the wing flex is not very noticeable anyway. But yeah, those clouds look very nice. Yeah, flying over California is always a pleasure. Climb. Oh, cruise. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. We should be in cruise. That is correct. Thanks for that. Appreciate it, Tom Balba. Thank you very much for being here, my friend. You can put the MDA in the app page. We can, for sure. We need to get, let's see here. If we go to, let's see. All right, there we go. And we can go to Navigraph. Oh, it's going to ask me to sign in. All right, let's sign in. That's okay. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. Finally, we have Navigraph. Import flight from SimBrief. And we can go to Metro Oakland. And the approach is the ILS runway 30. Let's bring up the approach plate. And if we look here, we can enter 100. All right. So let's go to mode. Next page. Next page. Sorry, it's right here. 100. There we go. And now we have everything set up here. All right, perfect. And you can see that we are close to top of descent. Steve at 099er, welcome, my friend. Hello there, Benjamin. Benjamin George Jr. Q8, what is the white horizontal line in the top center of your screen? Top white line. Where is the top white line? Not sure what you're referring to. Morning, sir, from Australia. About to head to work, nearly 5 a.m. I work for Aussie Airline and love your videos. Well, thank you very much, Brett. Brett Maxwell. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you very much for being here. I see it also. Really? I'm not sure. Oh, I think I know what you guys are talking about. All right. So if I'll show you guys what the problem is that. All right. And now the white line is gone. So that is SimToolkit Pro, but I've decided not to use it in this flight just to make sure I don't have any unnecessary plugins. Just to make sure that it is SimToolkit Pro, yeah. So it's the progress bar. So I removed it now, so you guys, it won't bother you anymore. There you go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know what happened, guys? X-Plane is crashing. That is very unfortunate. Yeah. This is exactly what has happened in all the flights that I've tested so far with the iniBuilds. So, there we go. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah. It is gone. Well, I'll tell you guys, this is quite unfortunate, of course, but hello there, Boeing Corp. I don't know if it's a memory leak. Auto save strikes again. I'm not sure if we can do iniBuilds is beta crash, not cool. Yeah, it is definitely not cool. Let's see if we can do, let's see, new flight. I don't know if we can do, I don't know if it has an auto save, but we're going to attempt to restore everything from where we left off. If that doesn't work, well then, you know, I do apologize. It was expected. My X-Plane 12 does the same all the time. Well, I've never had any problem with any of the aircraft, by the way, Vitor Wagner. The only problem I've had is with the iniBuilds. And I haven't been able yet to complete one single flight without crashing. Of course, it's a beta, so that would be the explanation from iniBuilds. But I hope they do fix it because yeah, it's one of the most probably advanced aircraft for X-Plane. So X-Plane 12 public beta, not aircraft though. No. The aircraft, they've so iniBuilds have declared this to be a beta. X-Plane is actually no longer in beta, so this is the release version 0.05. This is a release version, a public version of X-Plane. Maybe try to setting the ini autosave, not required. Sure, what it's called. I'm not sure either. I don't know. It's not as good. No, it's not. It's not as good as the 650 Challenger. IFR Captain Q8, I think we must wait until it's fixed before we fly her. That's probably not a bad idea. But again, it's very important for me to show you guys those add-ons, even if they are going to break. And the reason is, you know, if it happens to me, it will happen to you. And I think a lot of you guys are already reporting that, you know, that they're having these crashes. So for those of you maybe who do not want to invest and pay the $9.99 at this point in time, this is a good video or a good stream for them to watch. So, yeah. All right. Let's see if it's got this feature. I'm not sure where is it in panel state. No. Maybe in settings. Yeah, I don't think they have this feature. Yeah, they definitely don't have it. Autosave. Load previous autosave. Let's see. Last autosave. Let's see. This situation is in the wrong format for this version of Explain. There you go. This situation file format changes from time to time. New features are added. Blah, blah, blah. You'll either need to recreate that. Understood. So it doesn't work. It hasn't saved. Oh, look at that. No, the aircraft is dancing. How about... Look at that, guys. Well, there's the wing flex for you. Well, you've got the any dancing plane now. And this is the first time I see this. Sorry, but this is very funny. All right.
Hey Q8, getting KJAX ready. Just wanted to say hey, things are wrapping up now. We will keep in touch. Expect your copy tonight.
Oh, Captain Lee, thank you very much. And for the KJAX scenery, sir, thank you very much for coming in with $5 in Super Chat. Captain Lee, thank you very much, sir. We will be doing that with the Fly JSIM Q4XP, the excellent Fly JSIM 4XP. Moderate turbulence, yeah, she is having, she's dancing. Yeah. All right. So, well, guys, this stream unfortunately did not go as... By the way, they do have the passenger variant, so let me just load this up for you. Yeah, we'll put it in the American livery. That's fine. All right, let's just say start new flight. Let me just show you the passenger variant, which is also available. Unfortunately, yeah, it crashed, and... I've tried 3 different routes, and they all crashed at about the same time, right before top of descent. All the routes that I've tested crashed. I tried the route again in the A330, the default A330 by Laminar, had no issues whatsoever. And we probably need to give that aircraft a little more love after the updates it received in X-Plane 1205. But it is quite disappointing to see iniBuilds releasing this aircraft in this state. By the way, I've had issues with the EFB as well, where it just freezes. So not something that I'm used to from iniBuilds. They're a very reputable company, and they build excellent payware for flight simulation. The iniBuilds A300 series is, of course, their flagship product, and that's where they started, you know, with X-Plane, with the add-ons. So, yeah, they've been creating scenery now, and the couple of warplanes for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And of course, they brought their A310 as a free. Well, it's practically not free, but free for us, the consumers, the owners of Microsoft Flight Simulator. They've obviously been handsomely compensated for it, but yeah, I'm just not accustomed to having something break from iniBuilds. Yeah, some issues are definitely there at release with a new product, but this is near a brand new product. This is a product that has been in the making for a very long time. Get a nice cup of coffee on me. Thanks for the excellent streams. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Boeing Corp Mike. I appreciate it, my friend. iniBuilds doesn't care about XP customer base anymore. It shows. I would probably have to kind of agree with that. They don't. And this is the passenger variant of the iniBuilds. Again, nothing, nothing different other than the fact that this is, a passenger variant. So we can take a look at the cabin here. They've simulated a nice cabin. By the way, for some reason, I think the passenger cabin looks better.
Get a nice cup of coffee on me. Thanks for the excellent streams.
Thank you very much, Boeing Corp. Really appreciate it. I think the textures in X-Plane 11 look a lot better for some reason. I don't know why, but something is off here. I don't know what you guys think, but definitely the cabin textures in X-Plane 11 looks a lot better than this. So yeah, but yeah, I'm very disappointed, to be honest. You know, because you know, it's been so long for iniBuilds to bring this compatibility to X-Plane, and it's just, to me, it's unflyable at this point with all the issues that it's got. So it works 95%. Start to do most of the stuff perfectly. Yeah. It needs a lot of work right now, and I tried to save situation. It worked for me. I'm glad that it worked for you, Abdullah. That's very cool to know. But obviously, in some situations, it doesn't really work. So, hello there, Gaber. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here. Or it crashes. Ah, I see. You need to turn the autosave off, or it crashes. I see. All right, so we're gonna come here. Maybe we'll do it in another flight. But let's go to the settings. Is it here in the settings? Frames on pop-ups, autosave interval. So what do we do here? Do we set this to 0? Autosave interval 120 seconds. Back, return, panel state. Autosave. How do you turn this off? Do you know? Save current state and location, panel save. No rain effect on window. That's a bummer. One last appears to... Yeah. No rain effect. That's a bummer, yeah. All right, folks. Well, unfortunately, guys, this is, you know, not... It hasn't gone as planned. And unfortunately, it did not work. The aircraft is not in a state where it's ready, I think, for release. Again, this is a quote-unquote beta. So, yeah, hopefully they'll work it out and they'll fix it. And then we'll come back and test it out again. And see how it works. I'm not sure. Okay. All right. So, yeah, the aircraft is not in a state where it works without incident. So just be aware of that. But overall, I really like. I'm glad that they finally brought it to X-Plane 12, and I hope that the labeling of it as a beta is not an indication, and reducing its price so much from, you know, 69 pounds to 9 pounds or 9.99 pounds. I hope that this is not an indication that it's going to be pretty much abandoned. So let's hope that they stay at it and continue to update this plane for the sim. Well, guys, I want to thank you very much for being here. I do apologize that this stream did not go as intended. Of course, you've saw the message from Captain Lee. Captain Lee, thank you very much for your support and your super chat. I'll definitely have that cup of coffee on you. Thank you very much, sir, for your kindness. We will be streaming the excellent Fly Jason Q4XB this coming Thursday, and I recently posted a few review videos for Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you haven't, go check those out and let me know what you think in the comment section. I want to thank you very much, guys, for being here this evening, and my sincere apologies for all the hiccups in today's stream. Blame it on iniBuilds. But I want to thank you really for being here this evening. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, and bye-bye for now.